ओके सर। सर मेरा कनेक्ट नहीं हो रहा था, अभी हो गया।
अच्छा, अभी हो गया।
यस सर।
सही। All right, all right. Like for example, this is rectangle, this is triangle, right? Uh, so the area of rectangles, you guys know from your school days that area is equal to base multiplied by height. Similarly, for triangle, the area is base multiplied by height divided by 2. What if there is a parallelogram? Then the area is base multiplied by height. If it's circle, the area is pi r square. If it's trapezium, then area is a plus b by 2 multiplied by height. Now a and b are the parallel sides of trapezium, okay, and the height would be the other dimension. So these are the shapes which you already know, you are very familiar with that, right? However, there would be complicated shapes in surveying which don't have any regular shape. So we will study also that how we can calculate the area of such shapes. All right. So I will go to PDF. Oh, I can get rid of this. All right. So if we go to PDF, first we see methods of measuring the area. I will be teaching from the PDF because I'm not in front of you guys. So I feel like it's more easy for you guys to understand and for me to teach using the chapter PDF, right? The first method you can use to measure the area is division of the tract into simple figures like triangles, rectangles, trapezoids. So if you have a irregular shape area or regular shape area, but it does not make the common triangles or rectangle, it's not the common shape, then you can divide that area into rectangles, triangles, trapezoids, polygons, circles, whatever you want, and then calculate the area of those shapes. And once you calculate the areas of those shapes, you add them together and you will get the area of that whatever your survey boundary is. The second method is offset from a straight line. So sometimes there is area which has some kind of irregular shape attached to it. The majority or the major area comes under the regular shapes, but some of the area is irregular shape. So you draw a straight line and on the other side of that irregular shape area, and we will see how we can calculate the area of that irregular shape, which is called tract, right? Number 3, coordinates. If you have the coordinates, how you can calculate the area, we will see in this chapter later through the examples and through the equations, that if we have the coordinates, how we can use we can calculate the area of that surveying boundary, right? 4, double meridian method, double meridian distance, right? This is another method to measure the area. However, in this chapter, we will not use this because this is not commonly used in surveying, and we will not study that. So there are methods of determining area for map measurements include counting coordinate squares. We will see how we can do that. Divided the area into triangles, rectangles, or other regular geometry. Running a planimeter over the area. So this is like a automatic kind of thing. You have that instrument and you run that instrument on the boundary of whatever, survey area yours is, and you calculate the area by closing the loop, right? Here are approximate area conversion factors, like how you can convert feet square to meter square to feet square, yard square to meter square, and meter square to yard square, acre to hectares, and a hectare to acres. So these are handy if you remember them. That will save your time during the calculations, right? All right. The first method, area by division into simple figures. Now we have this figure 12.1. It has some shapes. How we can calculate the area of this? This is A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, back to A, right? That's the figure. Now you have seen in this figure that there are triangles. You have divided this area into triangles, but here is some area which is just irregular shape. So we will see how we can add this area, calculate the area of this irregular shape portion, and then add in the later triangles and calculate the whole area, right? So a tract can usually be divided into simple geometric figures such as triangle, rectangle, trapezoids. The sides and angles of these figures can be observed in the field and their individual areas calculated and totaled, right? So that's what we have discussed, that we will divide that area or tract into rectangles, into triangles, into, trapezoids, whatever shape fits in. And then by field observation using the instruments, we can measure the length of the sides, we can measure the internal angles, whatever you want to do, whatever is necessary to do your calculation. And then you will calculate the area of all those individual shapes and then add them together. And that's the simplest method of area by division into simple figures, right? So this has shown like that way, that method. Formula for computing area of rectangles and trapezoids are well known. We have seen in the previous slide on PowerPoint. The area of triangle whose length of the sides are known can be computed by this formula. So this is formula. S is 1 by 2 a plus b plus c, right? A, B, C are the sides of the triangle. And then you will use this area and you will calculate the area of triangle whose lengths of the sides are known, where A, B, C are the length of the sides of triangle, and S is 1 by 2 a plus b plus c, right? Another formula for the area of triangle is area is equal to 1 by 2 AB sine C, right? 1 by 2 AB sides of that triangle sine C. Let's see what is that. Where C is the angle included between side A and B. So in this equation, you take two sides of the triangle and the internal angles of those sides is the angle C. You can use this formula to calculate the area of triangle, right? So whatever you have available, if you have all three sides available, you will use this area, this equation to calculate the area of triangle. If you have two sides and their internal angle, then you will use this method to calculate the area of that triangle. Now, these all were triangles. And you know that either if you know the sides or if you know two sides and one internal angle, you can calculate the area of all these triangles. But how about this area, right? This area you can see here. How about this area? We will see how we can do that. Area by offset from the straight line, right? This was the straight line, right? Now this area is offset from this straight line, right? So that's what we are talking here, that how we can calculate this area, which is irregular shape, neither it's triangle, neither it's rectangle or trapezoid. So let's see how we will do that. Now there are two methods, regularly spaced offset, and we will see there are irregularly spaced offset, that you divide this area into regularly spaced offsets. Like regularly spaced mean, like you see this point A is 0, 0, and then this point is 50, and then this point is 100, and then 150, and 200, and 250. So regularly spaced mean they are at the equal width. Whatever those offsets are, you divide them into equal widths, right? And then you measure the height of all those offsets. Like the maximum height of the first offset would be 0. The second is 5.2. This B is, by the way, width. The third is 8.7. The fourth is 9.2, 4.9, 10.4. So those you will measure in the field or you already know, right? So here is the formula to calculate the area of this offset, right? B is the width of each segment, and then H naught is here at point A, which is 0. That's where it's starting. H1 is 5.2, H2 is 8.7. Similarly, the final, whatever H8 or H9 this is, that is 2.